Okay, guys, and we're live, like usual. Today we're going to go over a few things, a few interesting things, and this video is going to be all good news because I think we need it. And today is actually a good day in cryptocurrency. I think we're, getting over at least the brutal part of the winter, the cryptocurrency winter, and coming into spring. I think we've seen the groundhog now, and he says it's going to be early spring. So, but we're having a hard time getting above $10,000. But the fact that we reached 10,000, sorry, the fact that we reached $10,000 is an amazing feat. It actually helps people to see that we're not still going downhill. We've hit the bottom, and now we're recovering. Although we are having a hard time with that resistance just above $10,000. So we're going to talk today about a Bitcoin movie in Hollywood that's coming out in 2018. We're going to talk about Starbucks getting into the blockchain. We're going to talk about just basically a lot of things that have happened in the past week. There's an exchange for Neo opening, Ripple's partnerships, some exchanges that are doing decentralized models, and one even does atomic swaps. And we'll explain that a little bit if you don't understand atomic swaps. We won't go deep into it in this video. We're also going to talk about the upcoming Bitcoin private fork. When is it happening? And some details like that, how you can get it if you haven't already learned, which I'm sure you have. So we won't go too deep into that. We'll talk about Vitalik Buterin and Ethereum and what's going on there, and some other cool things like a big game company creating their own cryptocurrency, couple divorcing over cryptocurrency, fighting over cryptocurrency in the divorce, Bitcoin. And then we're not going to go into too much regulation that's going on, but we will do a video specifically for that. So we'll be right back with all the good stuff. Yeah, sorry about that. That I got a lot of stuff incorporated in my streaming software, and I think it's overpowering my processing power. So I need to upgrade. But I also have a lot of things open because, like I said, I have 3 or 4 videos locked and loaded, ready to go. So I'm going to try to bang these out. I do have my own projects to work on, starting my own cryptocurrency projects. So I don't have a lot of time to spend doing videos anymore. But today is Crypto Catch-Up for our Friday video where we talk about what happened in crypto this week. So that being said, we also do a giveaway usually on these Fridays, or announce our giveaways. And today we're going to be announcing a Twitter giveaway that we're going to be doing. So if you follow our Twitter and then retweet our Twitter post about that giveaway, once Bitcoin hits $15,000, you can enter to win. And I'm sure a lot of people won't be entering, so you have a pretty good chance. Also, if you follow our Twitter, you get updates as soon as they happen, and you don't have to wait for us to do this video. So if you want quicker updates, that's the way to go. And if you want to pick and choose what you want to look into more. Plus, all the stuff we covered briefly in these videos, we usually share on Twitter. Okay, so I'm going to go right into my screen here and share it with you, and we'll go from there. So, this divorce. A couple's fighting over $830,000 worth of Bitcoin. Pretty interesting. So we'll share this article on Twitter, and you can look more into that. Crypto Hustle says on Twitter here last week, you can always buy a fraction of a Lambo. Thought that was pretty funny. see what else is going on here. Just recently, a pair of British entrepreneurs sold 50 luxury flats for Bitcoin in Dubai. Some good news because, you know, the news likes to cover all the negative stuff. There's a lot of good stuff going on in cryptocurrency that mean it's here to stay. So we recently did a video about crypto celebrities. We worked very hard on the video. Check it out if you get the chance. We also went in depth about Craig Grant and exposed him, the witchcraft he's doing, or at least talks about doing in its past. And we went into his history a little bit and showed you that he's a professional scammer, and he admits this. So Ripple signs a massive deal with UAE Exchange, as well as Western Union did confirm that they are working with Ripple, testing Ripple payments for Western Union, which is actually quite amazing because they announced that they were dealing with, I think it was 3 out of the top 5 payment processors worldwide, and there was speculation that Western Union was one of them, and they did confirm that. Major credit card companies are also charging extra fees when you buy Bitcoin, so people don't notice until they go look into their bills. They basically charge it as a cash deposit or a cash advance, just so you know. So if you're buying cryptocurrency on things like Coinbase or other exchanges with credit cards, beware of that. Some people think they're making it harder, but really it makes sense. It is a cash advance. You're investing that money. It's not a purchase unless you're, you know, buying something with that Bitcoin, which you could anyways do with the credit card. So they're charging extra, which, you know, yes, they are trying to make it harder, but in a way, it's nothing unusual. Nothing out of the, you know, it's nothing over and above what credit cards companies normally do. Try to get all the money they can out of you. Major cryptocurrency exchange Bittrex is going to add US dollar trading. So pairing everything with US dollars. And this is going to have a big effect on Bitcoin, because people don't need to buy Bitcoin anymore to buy other things. They don't need to buy cryptocurrencies, altcoins, with Bitcoin now. They can buy with US dollar. They can trade in and out of US dollar, not holding Bitcoin as a reserve or a hedge currency. So less people will need to hold Bitcoin. And I think this is going to happen more and more, which is why I say you should diversify and not have all your money in altcoins. So we also talked about the Electronium partnership with Coin and Cryptos Exchange, fully licensed Japan exchanges. You know about Cryptopia. Well, there's an even better version of Cryptopia that actually put a little bit more time and work and effort into their platform than the Spank Chain's Cryptopia that kind of copied this one that was around a lot longer. So there's also a petition for Binance to lower withdrawal fees. You can find that on our Twitter. Then crypto celebrities we talked about. So Cryptopia were saying, because I tweeted about, you know, someone copied someone in the Cryptopia world, and then Cryptopia, this one, the animated one, said, "We were a month ahead. Thanks for noticing. Games are always a good way to learn a new technology. We're all about blockchain mass adoption and improvement in the user experience. Bring on the ideas and entrepreneurship." So OneChain saying, "We're pleased to announce partnership with Kyber Network." Wow, 2 great Asian platforms, cryptocurrencies, are partnering. And I got to get off this software that's tweeting for me some tweets, but I don't like it very much. You can get, you know, all these airdrops that I retweet. as much as I can. You know, doing a lot of videos, I don't have the chance to collect all these airdrops out there, but I'd like to do that more. So if I'm not doing videos, you can find me on my Twitter a lot with things like that, where I'm sharing tweets more often. So law firms, those divorcing couples that are fighting over cryptocurrency, right? So I shared the full story of the creation of a decentralized SoundCloud, introducing DSound, decentralized platform using Steem. So there's DTube, and now there's DSound. Spade, the first blockchain-based casino, and we're working on a cool project, kind of like you know, I won't spoil it. More freebies. Singapore Grab makes larger ecosystem. Play with Drive.ai and Obike. Tons of AI coming out and driving services and things like that. So it's good to see blockchain getting onto that. This video is not going to be about regulation, but there is a lot of things going on in the regulatory world that need to be addressed, and you need to shift your investments a little bit or rethink your positions because of all this stuff that's going on. So, you know, you can't have the same investments you had a couple months ago. Some people say take out your short-term investments in a crash like this, keep your long-term in. So it's a good idea to determine which are your long-term investments, which are your short-term investments. This person here says, if I had to guess, I'd say we're roughly at this stage of cryptocurrency adoption. And this video is not going to go too long. It's going to go about 15 minutes tops. And we're almost there, so I've got to do a couple videos. But this is pretty funny. You know, virtual reality, VR, this is what it used to look like. Had to have all this equipment on you. So you can find more on my Twitter. We're going to move on. So Paymon, you can now buy citizenship in Republic of Vanuatu using Bitcoins. Pretty cool, eh? Also, we have here Bitcoin, a movie. So after losing his job, a suburban father sets off with his deadbeat brother to convert an anonymous Bitcoin account into the cold hard cash they need to save his family. Guys, I've been thinking about a movie. There hasn't been a movie about cryptocurrency at all. So, like, there's been documentaries, but there hasn't been a movie. So I was thinking a movie about someone running an ICO project or something like that. Now, lots of television shows have, if you look at Startup, what was it, season 2 or season 3, they did follow partially a startup creating a cryptocurrency. Starbucks places a down payment on a blockchain vision. Interesting. Also, you remember my Ether and my crypto, my Ether wallet and my crypto, they split and became two companies. And now there's a Twitter war going on because my crypto took the Twitter account for my Ether wallet. But a lot of people say that, you know, the true what made my Ether wallet has now left. The person that has basically was you know, behind my Ether wallet has left and created my crypto, probably over politics. So it makes sense why they'd want the Twitter, especially now that they're creating a new platform. It's very hard to start, you know, getting attention or you know, getting followers with something new like that. So I get all the power to them. it's probably going to end pretty messy though. I hope nobody sues another, which is going on right now, suing in cryptocurrencies. Neon Exchange, so DEX, decentralized exchange on Neo blockchain. They're doing their token sale. Ripple, we already talked about that, signing a massive deal. Well, we have the, in Vatuena, you can buy citizenship for Bitcoin. Check that out on our Twitter. Now, altcoin.o is going to be a truly decentralized cryptocurrency exchange powered by atomic swaps, built by traders for traders. And this is the type of exchange that I like to see, and that I'm going to be moving my money to. I just have to, do some more research and test it out, but it's nice to see, and you guys should be aware of that because it's really where we're heading. A lot of these decentralized exchanges, they won't last. Look what's happened to so many exchanges. Recently, we saw BitGrail, right? That is just going to keep happening. When you give people billions of dollars to hang on to, their mind runs with ideas of how they can profit off that, how they can invest that or use it. And sometimes they might make bad investments. They might make the riskier investments. And then when the market crashes or things come tumbling down, you realize that they haven't had the liquidity that they said they had for a long time. So it's like banks. They don't really have the money that they say they have. And if everyone tried to withdraw their money, it wouldn't be there because people get crazy ideas. So yes, Bitcoin can do smart contracts, and Particle demonstrates how. So 10,000 again for Bitcoin, but other cryptocurrencies outperform. Let's see which ones have been outperforming. Litecoin was huge recently. A lot of people talking about it. Ethereum Classic, there is a fork coming up. Callisto in March. So buy some Ether Classic if you can. Get it on an exchange, off an exchange actually. Binance is doing some airdrops. They're the only exchange I've seen doing some airdrops, especially with singular DTV or singles. Now, I don't know about Bitcoin Private or Ether Classic, Callisto, but something to look into. Also, VeChain, right? Yeah, VeChain I bought 2 weeks ago, saying, this is the one that has all the stuff going on right now, all the attention, all the hype. NEM, Bitcoin Gold. Bitcoin Gold does have value. It just hasn't been realized a lot yet because of Bitcoin Cash and some other things going on. Nano, Rayblox. And I'm surprised they didn't even mention Z Classic, because people are buying Z Classic up like crazy so that they can get Bitcoin Private. Now, you get 1 for 1, Bitcoin or Z Classic. So what would you rather, buy a $10,000 Bitcoin to get 1 Bitcoin Private, or a $100 Z Classic? Now, it was $100. It's now since went to $162. I think it could go up to $200. And sadly, because I've been making videos, I haven't had a chance to buy any yet. And this is why, I need to do videos every other day maybe. But just when there's so much going on and stuff excites me, I like to share it with you guys. So let's see when Bitcoin Private is actually happening and how much, what the supply is and things like that. So Bitcoin Private is amazing. I researched it months ago. There's an article or something about it, and I just fell in love with it. It's an amazing idea. People are wondering if it's legit. Yes, this is legit. This is an amazing project. I don't know for sure, but this project makes sense. It's needed. So they have a lot of people working on it. Okay, so you can use our brand new transparent Z Classic Electrum wallet to store Z Classic, right? There's a 20 million total supply. of currently they're about 3 million Z Classic, right? So after the fork, I think it's 20 million. Where can I buy Z Classic right now? Bittrex, Cryptopia, and Coin Exchange. Now, some people, including Crypto Nostradamus or whatever he calls himself, are telling you that you can get it on Binance. Do not listen to people like this. He hasn't been in cryptocurrency that long. You got to give him a break. But Z Classic is not the same thing as Zcash. So don't be fooled. Do your own research, guys. What exchanges will support the fork? Currently, we are engaged in active discussion with individual exchanges, but please be patient as we're not yet releasing statements. So now the big question is when? How long do we have to get our coins, our affairs in order to get our Bitcoin private? So that is February 28th, 2018. Snapshot date. So you have until then. The launch date will be about approximately 2 days later. Now I have still not seen Segwit. I think that was a scam. There were some red flags with that one that were pretty obvious. Now, really quickly, before we end this video, let's go over this because I did mention it in the intro. Vitalik hopes new Ethereum fund will deliver on hype. So there's this new Ethereum fund, and what it looks like is they're going to be almost giving grants, funding certain projects, which is very smart because the ICO model is no longer working. It's getting out of hand. It's getting clamped down on by regulators. So we need to think of new creative models. And crypto collectibles, crypto kitties, things like that is one of those models where you just create something and start selling it. You do not need an ICO. So also Vitalik or Ethereum, Magic Solution Fellowship of Coders embark on Ethereum Quest. So we'll share this article as well. Guys, thanks a lot. We'll be doing another video to share the rest of this crypto news we've got going on. And until then, we'll see you next time.